Hello, everybody. You're listening to Let's Master English, and my name is Coach Shane. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Master English. Podcast number 50. Yay! Have you listened to all 50 podcasts? If you have, you are amazing. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I hope you like them. I'm always curious to hear from you. Do you like them? Did you like something? Do you want to study something? As you know, as an English teacher or an English coach, what I like to teach is pronunciation, speaking, and listening skills. Those are my areas, and I like to use real English, regular English, not the proper English you would find in a textbook. So that's why I made this podcast, and we started a year ago. Basically 1 year ago. We're just over a year old. I missed a couple months because I moved from South Korea to America, but now we're officially a weekly podcast. Comes out every week. Today is, for me, well, right now it's Wednesday. It's actually 1 a.m. It's very late, but I need to get this podcast out because I know many of you are waiting for hopefully some fun with English. I give you the news. This is, regular news. But, of course, I rewrite the story so that it's easier for ESL students. I read it to you fast with that normal American standard pronunciation. And then I read it to you slower so that you can hopefully understand everything. We talk about each sentence. We talk about the vocabulary words. Then we have that cool guy, Country Shane. He comes and shares an interesting fact. And then we answer some of your questions. I love your questions. That's one of my favorite sections of this podcast. And that's what it is. That's what Let's Master English is. Because you listen to the podcast, I make it. We also have a fantastic sponsor, Amazon. Can you believe Amazon? The big company Amazon is a sponsor of us. They'll give you a free audio book. I'll talk about that later. And of course, my 2 classes that I teach online, a speaking class and a listening class. Everybody seems to like them. They're our sponsors too. But once again, you listening, that's the biggest, most important thing, and I thank you. 50 podcasts. Thank you so much, guys. It's great to be with you again. And enough chit-chat. Let's get into some news. With Halloween around the corner, the kids are planning their costumes and routes. But don't exclude the adults. Party's already kicked off this past weekend. At one party in Michigan, a man dressed as a zombie wanted to check his spookability out on drivers as they went by. The result? Pretty good. He was run over as he stood in the street, and the driver sped off after. I'd run too if a zombie were trying to get me. All right. How was it? Halloween. Yep. That's October 31st in the United States. I'm sure most of you are probably familiar with Halloween. It's a story about something stupid that happened. And let's check it out again. I'll read it slowly. Listen carefully, guys. With Halloween around the corner, the kids are planning their costumes and routes. But don't exclude the adults. Parties already kicked off this past weekend. At one party in Michigan, a man dressed as a zombie wanted to check his spookability out on drivers as they went by. The result? Pretty good. He was run over as he stood in the street, and the driver sped off after. I'd run too if a zombie were trying to get me. This is a crazy story. This is a crazy, crazy story. Yep. So in America, it's Halloween. October 31st is Halloween, and it's usually for children. Children like to dress up as a ghost or a witch or Spider-Man or Superman or Cinderella. They wear costumes. They dress as somebody. And then they go from house to house and they say, trick or treat, trick or treat. And nobody knows what that expression means anymore. It just means give me some candy. Now, yes, there's a story behind trick or treat, and I'm sure it's easy to find on the internet, so I'll let you find that. But basically in America, kids dress in costumes, and on October 31st, they go from house to house to house and ask for candy. If you ask any American child what is Halloween, that is what they will tell you. They don't know the history, and they do not care about the history. Now, if you ask an American adult, what is Halloween? They'll say the same thing. It's a day when children dress as pirates and ghosts and Superman and go from house to house and get candy. They don't know and they don't care what the history is. It's just a day for children. However, many adults also enjoy Halloween. That's right. And they dress up in silly costumes and they go drinking. It's a drinking party themed celebration. And I'm sorry, but the truth is when people drink and dress as something silly, stupid things happen. And that's what this story is about. It's about a guy, an adult, who went to a Halloween party and did something stupid, and he got hit by a car, and he's really lucky that he's still alive. So let's go back and look at this story sentence by sentence. With Halloween around the corner. Okay, so with Halloween is around the corner. Around the corner is a great expression. It means very near, very close by. And this can be physically. For example, from my house, if you walk around the corner, you will see a gas station. So you walk down the street and then turn left around the corner and you'll see a gas station. And right now on the calendar, for me, it's October 29th. And 2 days later, it will be October 31st, and that is Halloween. So very close by, very near, is something that is around the corner. Around the corner. With Halloween around the corner, with Halloween very close by, the kids, the children, are planning their costumes. Once again, costumes, Superman, Batman, Cinderella. When I was young, my costumes were a pirate, a ghost, an Indian, an American Indian. What else? Oh, a cowboy, a hobo. Those were my costumes, all homemade. Nowadays, kids buy the costumes. Homemade costumes were the best. Anyway, kids are planning their costumes. This year I will be this. This year I'm going to be this. They're making a plan, and kids are planning their routes. R-O-U-T-E-S. So, the sentence once again, the kids are planning their costumes and routes. The kids are planning their costumes. The kids are planning their routes. What is a route? A route, R-O-U-T-E, is a specified path, a designated path or a course. So when we say route, you can think of the postman. You know, the guy who works at the post office. The guy or the man or the woman. And they deliver mail. They have a mail route. They start at this house and they go here, 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 and then they go back to the post office. When I was young, I had a paper route. I delivered newspapers. I started at my house, and then I went from this house to that house, and back to my house. I had a route. And American children, on Halloween, they also have a route. And they have this path that they follow, and they go from house to house to house to house, and they say trick or treat, and they get candy, lots of candy. So they have a route. So right now, Halloween is 2 days away. It's around the corner. Children all over America are planning their costumes and routes. Next sentence. But don't exclude the adults. Now, once again, when most people think of Halloween, we think of children. But it's not only children. Adults, older people, they like Halloween too. So children are included, but so are adults. We cannot exclude adults. Parties already kicked off this past weekend. So adults do not go from house to house to house and say trick or treat. No, they don't do that. Adults, they go to parties. They go to bars and nightclubs and friends' houses, and they dance and drink, and they dress up as Superman and other silly things. So, in America, this past Friday, you know Americans, they love Friday night. This past Friday and Saturday, there were many Halloween parties all over America. And I'm sure Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, all the way until October 31st, there will be parties for the adults. So this past weekend was October 25th and October 26th. Parties already kicked off. Kicked off, Kicked. OFF, that's a phrasal verb. Kicked off means to start. So kicked off, started, began. Parties already started. Next sentence. At one party in Michigan, okay, so in America we have 50 states. I was born in Texas. I grew up in Wisconsin. And right next to Wisconsin is the state of Michigan. Michigan. It's not Michigan, it's Michigan. Michigan. So there's a party somewhere in Michigan. So at one party in Michigan, a man dressed as a zombie. Okay, so once again, if you go to a Halloween party, you have to wear a costume. And one man went to a party, and his costume was a zombie. Zombie. What is a zombie? A zombie is a person who has died. But then they came back to life, and they're hungry, and they want to eat your brain. I'm serious. Yeah. Famous in American movies, zombies. People like zombies. Zombies are scary. I'm sorry. I don't like zombies. But this guy, he dressed up as a zombie. And he wanted to check. In this case, check means verify. He wanted to verify his spookability. 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 And actually, there's a hyphen. Spook hyphen dash ability. Spookability. The ability to scare people. The ability to spook people. To scare, another word, to spook, S-P-O-O-K. That's the idea. Have you been scared ever by a movie? Oh yeah, some movies are very scary. The scariest movie, I've seen a lot of scary movies. There's an old movie called Salem's Lot. Oh, that was scary. That was a scary movie. That movie spooked me. That movie scared me. The spookability of that movie was very high. Then there's the Stephen King movie and also the novel, the book. Oh yeah, The Shining. Boy, that spookability. The spookability of that book, super high. Then there's the book called Nathaniel. Who wrote that book, Nathaniel? I think it was Clive Barker, maybe? So scary. The spookability was super high. So spookability, the ability to scare. So this guy was dressed as a zombie, and he wanted to check his spookability. But where? He wanted to check it out on drivers as they went by. So he left the party, and there's a street, and cars were driving by in the street. So he went out to the street and pretended he was a zombie because he wanted to see if he could scare other people, those drivers. Next sentence. The result? How did he do? How was his spookability? Pretty good. Very good. It was good. How good? Well, he was run over as he stood in the street. So this guy actually stood in the street in front of a car that was coming, and the car did not stop. It hit him. And then the car drove over him. It ran him over. He was run over. And after the car ran him over, the driver of the car sped off. S-P-E-D, sped off. He left. The sentence again. He was run over as he stood in the street, and the driver sped off after. So once again, to be run over, when a car, boom, hits something or someone and drives over it. Now, that doesn't mean you're dead. So when I was in the army, an army jeep, a small jeep, a car, ran over my foot, but I was completely fine. I guess my toes are really strong. And this guy too, he was really lucky. He's fine. Yes, the car really hit him, and yes, the car really did drive over him, but he's fine. He's so lucky. The last sentence. I'd run too. I would run too if a zombie were trying to get me. Yeah, if I was walking down the street, riding my bike, driving a car, and if I saw a zombie trying to get me, I'd go fast. I'd leave. I'd be scared. So this driver, now the driver did something very illegal, but I'm sorry. I understand the driver. I would leave. If the guy's spookability was really high and he really looked like a zombie, I would go. Zombies? Oh boy, that's scary stuff. So this is a crazy story. Like I said, adults, Halloween, and alcohol. That's a dangerous, stupid combination. And this story proves it. Now, what about in your country? Do you celebrate Halloween? Are there parties for adults? Do children go from door to door getting candy? Oh, when I was young, I loved it. As a child, I don't know. I'm guessing the first time I went door to door was maybe when I was 3, probably when I was 4 years old. And the last time, maybe when I was 12 years old. That was about it. Once I went to middle school, nah, there's no more door-to-door trick-or-treating. Also in America, it's really sad. Nowadays, children, they don't go door-to-door so much. They actually go to the school, to the gymnasium, and they get candy there, so it's less fun. I don't know. When I was young, I liked going from door to door. That was fun. Meeting the neighbors and getting mysterious, delicious treats, and then going home and opening up the bag of candy, eating half of the candy, getting really sick, and then mom and dad stealing some of the candy. Oh, those are good memories. As an adult, I never went to a Halloween party. Never did. I'm too embarrassed. I'm not a social person. I like staying at home. But I'm sure many of you enjoy those parties. I'm sure my sister enjoys those parties. So tell me, if you could go to a party, what costume would you wear? Leave me a message. There are many ways to leave me a message. On Twitter, @CoachShane. Facebook, ESL Coach Shane. Google+, Let's Master English. I want to hear from you. Tell me. Now let's listen to the news 2 more times. The first time, smooth, nice and easy. The second time, normal. Are you ready? With Halloween around the corner, the kids are planning their costumes and routes. But don't exclude the adults. Parties already kicked off this past weekend. At one party in Michigan, a man dressed as a zombie wanted to check his spookability out on drivers as they went by. The result? Pretty good. He was run over as he stood in the street, and the driver sped off after. I'd run too if a zombie were trying to get me. With Halloween around the corner, the kids are planning their costumes and routes. But don't exclude the adults. Parties already kicked off this past weekend. At one party in Michigan, a man dressed as a zombie wanted to check his spookability out on drivers as they went by. The result? Pretty good. He was run over as he stood in the street, and the driver sped off after. I'd run too if a zombie were trying to get me. How you doing, everybody? This is Country Shane, and I'm here to bring you the facts. So, are you dressing up for Halloween? Well, the #1 costume for boys and girls this year, Disney's Frozen Elsa. That's for the girls. And Captain America. That's for the boys. If I could get a costume, I'd get a Spider-Man costume. What about you? This has been Country Shane bringing you the facts. Thank you very much, Country Shane. Country Shane as Spider-Man. I don't know. Just by listening to Country Shane's voice, for some reason, I don't think he would need a costume. No, anyway, Spider-Man. Me, Coach Shane. If Coach Shane could get a costume, definitely I would go as Superman. Yep, Superman. That big S could also stand for Shane. Okay, so anyway, in America, the #1 costume for girls, Frozen Elsa from Disney. And I have no idea what that is. Elsa is a girl's name. Frozen, Sounds terrible, and it's from Disney, so evidently it's a Disney movie. Now you have to understand, I live, all alone. I don't watch movies, so I don't know Disney's Frozen Elsa, but girls all over America love that costume. And for boys, Captain America. Now, I guess there's a movie about the superhero Captain America. I didn't know that. So there you go. Captain America is the number one costume for boys. Once again, if I were going, I would be Superman. Country Shane would be Spider-Man. What about you? What would you dress up as? And I know some of you are saying, I wouldn't dress up as anything. No, I wouldn't go. Well, fine. What about you as a child? Or if you have a child, what would you like your child to wear? Let me know about costumes that are popular in your head or in your country. Thanks a lot, Country Shane. And now I get to answer some of your questions. My favorite time. Our first question comes from Jaylan Fan. Hi, Coach Shane. I'd like to ask you a question regarding the voiced TH. So we have two TH sounds, unvoiced and voiced. When we pronounce the voiced TH, like in the words brother, mother, within, without, the, does the tongue actually have to come between the teeth? It seems to me that I hear a D sound, and that the D sound can be substituted for the voiced TH. Is that true? Okay. Yes, it does happen. So, brother, brudda, brudda, mother, mudda, mudda. Yeah, some people might use a D instead of a TH. But, Jaylan, please don't do your best not to. Please keep the TH. Yes, put your tongue between your teeth. That is the best for both aspirated and unaspirated, the voiced and unvoiced. Please use your tongue. Brother, 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 mother, 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 within, 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 without, 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 without? Yeah. The, please keep that tongue between the teeth and keep the TH sound alive, okay? That's really important. Now, what's interesting, for example, with, W-I-T-H, that's an unvoiced TH. And in Ebonics is ebony phonics, Black English. A lot of people who speak Ebonics, not only black people, but also white people, Hispanic people, they change that TH to an F sound. So I want to be with you in Ebonics. Many people will say, I want to be with you, with you. Seriously. The TH, with you, some people say witcha, witcha, witcha. There can be lots of different types of pronunciation for the TH. An F, a CH, a D, they are possible. But as an ESL student, I always recommend you to keep the sounds as pure as possible. So if it's a voiced TH, put the tongue between the TH, between the teeth, and vibrate that TH. If it's an unvoiced TH, keep the tongue between the teeth and let that sound go. Okay? Thanks so much, Jaylan, for the question. Our next question from Nikita Hanan. I hope my pronunciation is okay. Hi, Coach. I'm so happy to find someone who has a good skill and great tips as well. They're really helpful. I have one question and one favor. My question, how is my English? Okay, so Nikita wrote a little letter, not very long. And Nikita, I have to say, it was very good. Yes, it was not perfect, but that's okay. She says she's starting her English studies with me. Really? So if you just have begun, then your English is really good. And I encourage you to keep going, keep studying. If you're really at the beginning levels, don't avoid grammar. I do recommend finding some interesting grammar videos or some grammar books and practice the grammar. But also concentrate a lot on pronunciation and expressions and useful expressions and vocabulary. There's so much to learn. Try to have fun. It looks really good. And her request, I would be very happy if you mentioned my name and my country in your next episode. Thank you so much. So Nikita Hanan from Algeria, thank you so much for your lovely letter. Your English sounds very good. Keep studying hard. And to everybody in Algeria, hi. Our next question comes from Page Up. Not page down, page up. This is such a good question. Now, Page Up. To be honest, my DDM students know this answer. They do, absolutely. The question is, the pronunciation of the word our, O-U-R. When we say it fast, can it sound like R, A-R-E? The answer is yes. Actually, when we say it slow, it can also sound like R. So, for example, this is our house. This is our house. This is our house. I would say 80% of the time Americans will say our instead of our. It's true. And that's just the way it is. So what should you do as an ESL student? Well, like I said earlier, I recommend our. If you're saying our and without thinking, naturally, if you say our, that's brilliant. Americans never intentionally say our. It just happens. It's just natural. In our mind, we are saying our. It's true. Thanks for the great question. And one more question. This is from Vit, P-E-J-C-H-A. Pecha, Vit Pecha. I hope my pronunciation is okay. Now, this is a tough question. Hello, Coach Shane. Could you recommend how to pronounce words ending in Z or S, plus words starting with TH, especially when we say it fast? So, for example, what is that? All right, so we got is, Z, that with the TH. What is that? Or what was that? So, sometimes in the movies, I hear what was that, and sometimes I hear what was that. Okay, so which is better? Which sounds better, the D or the Z? Okay, this is a great question. Once again, thank you for this question. Once again, everybody, which is better? Perfect pronunciation is better. So let's say, what is that? Keep the TH. What is that? What is that? What is that? Now, that is very difficult to say quickly. I agree. It is difficult. So most Americans, when they say it quickly, this is what happens. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? The Z sound cancels the TH, and we hear what is that becoming what is that? What is that? So what is that T changes to a flap T, and the what is Z sound cancels the TH. What is that? What is that? What is that? My recommendation, try to keep the TH. What is that? What is that? What is that? Or, past tense, what was that? What was that? Try to keep it. Really, I want you guys to seriously try to keep it. Even though you know that Americans cancel the TH sound, don't do it. Try to keep that TH sound when you are speaking. Like I said, this is American native English speakers, do not intentionally cancel the TH. It happens naturally. Okay? So in your mind, at least when you are speaking English, do your best to keep that TH sound. And the faster you speak, if your pronunciation is good, and if it's very natural, you will cancel the TH and you won't even know it. And then you can say, oh, my English pronunciation is getting good. Thanks for the question. That was a great one. Once again, it's the end of another podcast. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. I want to remind you, on Facebook, we're having some contests. They're lots of fun. My Facebook page is www.facebook.com/ESL Coach Shane. That's ESLCOACHSHANE. And we have an English challenge that we put out every week. Parmy makes it. And all you have to do is download the PDF file. Don't worry, it's not a virus. It's a PDF file. And you can actually preview the file. You don't actually have to download it. And choose the answer, A, B, C, D, or E, and put the answer on my Facebook page. And every week, we'll pick somebody, and that person will get a free month of any of my classes. So most of you know I have two classes, DDM and Perf. DDM, Daily Dictation Members. That's my listening class. And in that class, we focus on listening, pronunciation, and American culture. So many things. It's a great class. We have many different types of DDM. We have DDM Live, which is 8 lessons every month, plus 2 live coaching sessions. So you actually get to meet me and we get to talk. I get to hear your pronunciation and I get to help you with your pronunciation and your questions. That's DDM Live, 8 lessons a month. We have DDM Open, which is also 8 lessons a month, but there is no live class and you go back to the beginning. So if you're a busy person but you need to study, you need to get your English done, DDM Open is perfect. And then there's DDM Lite. That's Lite. And it's just 4 classes a month. So 1 a week. So if you're really busy but you need to learn English, DDM Lite is a perfect class for you. So yeah, join. I want you to join. If you're interested, go here and sign up for 8 free DDM lessons. That's right, 8. That's 1 month of lessons for free. You can study them in 1 day or in 1 year. I don't care. I'll give you 8 free lessons. You study it when you want. And just, once again, go here. www.letsmasterenglish.com/tryddm. TRYDDM. And you sign up, and then we'll send you an email, welcome, and then you have to send me another email because I don't want to spam people. I want to make sure that you actually want these 8 free lessons. And what I will do, I will send you a link so that you can download the lessons. Now, people in China, if you're in China and you want these lessons, I'll give you the link and you can try and figure it out. If you have a problem, send me an email, okay? My email address is dailydictationmembers@gmail.com, and we will try and fix it for you. Sometimes people in China have a problem with our files, but don't worry, we know how to fix it. So just let us know if you have a problem. Now, perf, this is my other class. This is all about speaking. And the students right now, we started last month, and we've got a bunch of students, and every student who has sent me an email has said, this is an excellent class. They love it. They have never had a class like this, and that makes me so happy. We concentrate on 5 areas, but 4 really hardcore. So the first one is pronunciation, P. Intonation, I. Rhythm, R. Flow, F. That's the perf. So perfect English. Perfect English. Speaking. The 5th element is like a human, but that's kind of in the intonation area. So pronunciation, of course, how to pronounce the words. Intonation, where the accent goes, where the stress goes. Then we have rhythm, how to group words together. Do we say everything in 2 groups like this? Or 3 groups like that? That was actually 4 groups. So I teach you how to group things together. And then finally, flow, how fast or how slow to read something. And people like the lessons. So join. If you would like to get 3 free perf lessons, completely free, send me an email. The email address for perf is different. This is the email address. Listen carefully. PIRFECTENGLISH. So that's perfect English, but the spelling is different, right? perfectenglish@gmail.com. Okay? Just send me an email, and I will send you 3 free lessons. Just say, hi, free lessons, please, and I'll send them to you. Does that sound okay? Cool. If you're ready to sign up, send me an email. Send me an email to perf or Daily Dictation members and just say, Shane, where do I sign up? And I'll send you the links so that you can join the classes. We want you. We're ready for you. We are ready for you to master English. That's what it's all about. It takes time. It takes investment. And it takes a coach. And I am more than ready and more than honored to be your coach. One more announcement. Like I said, we have a sponsor. That's Amazon. Awesome. And Amazon will give you a free audio book, which is really cool because we have Coach Shane's book club. And this month, the book that we are starting is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Such an awesome book. The Alchemist, ALCHEMIST. It's a 4-hour book. So basically all you have to do is listen to 1 hour a week and practice that. And the book is fantastic. It's about your dreams. So far everybody likes it. If you want to get that book for free, then go here. www.audibletrial, AUDIBLETRIAL, www.audibletrial.com/LME. Okay? LME, Let's Master English. And that'll send you to another page where you can sign up and get any book you want for free. Now, I recommend The Alchemist because we're just starting that book right now. This is, once again, October 29th, 2014. So if this is later, then don't get that book. Well, it's a great book. You can get it, but you can get any book for free. You do have to sign up. Now, what they do is after 1 month, they will charge you $14.95 a month. That's the membership cost. You can cancel, but if you like the book, if you like the book club, stay. I've been using this service for over a year. And actually, I get 2 audiobooks a month, and I love it. This is what I listen to every day, podcasts and audiobooks. And you save a lot of money. For example, The Alchemist is actually $20. But even though I only pay $14.95, I can still choose that book. I don't have to pay extra. So being a member will save you money on books. And it's a lot of fun. And it's great for your listening comprehension. So, there's that. You can sign up with my sponsor. And I want to say thank you to Amazon for being my sponsor. That's pretty awesome. I feel really privileged to have such a big company appreciating what we're doing and giving free audiobooks to my listeners. Awesome. And that's it. I'm finally out of here. That's a lot of chat. I'm sorry about that. I hope you weren't too bored. But thank you so much. Oh, and one last thing. We got a newsletter and we've got a crew. And these days it's been led by Roberto. These guys dictate every podcast, and you can get the PDF of every podcast on our website, www.letsmasterenglish.com. So to Roberto and to everybody who helps, thank you so much for your hard work and your awesome teamwork. It's just amazing. Thanks a lot, guys. That's it. You guys have a fantastic week. And together, let's master English!